Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome to CABMSP Music Studios, home of M.O.M Records LLC, the international sound of music. Welcome, like I said, to our broadcast. We call it the Broadcast Corner, T-Sound's Broadcast Corner. Today we're featuring on M.O.M. M.O.M. is Men on Monday, Millionaire Music Artist. We're featuring Sean Diddy Combs with his music playing in our background for your entertainment. Just to give you a feel of what our millionaires and billionaire couples have to offer. But today we're focusing on the millionaires. And Mr. Sean Diddy Combs' net worth is $825 million. These are the artists that we're featuring and to propose, the ones that we're proposing to perform in our $30 billion world investment tour. So we want you to hang out with us today, and we'll tell you all about our plan. So as I was saying, welcome. Today, we'll tell you about the millionaires, and we'll tell you about the different artists that we're trying to feature in our $30 billion world investment tour, which is going to have 6 to 8 men and 6 to 8 women. Right now, we have the men covered pretty much, but I keep hearing different sounds. So I want to implement a few changes or do an add-on because we're planning to do our first beginning part of our tour. We're trying to do it on our land that we have in Akure, A-K-U-R-E, Ondo State in Nigeria. My husband, Mr. Ali. Hi, honey. How are you? I'm just giving you a shout out because he's in Akure at the present, and he's going to deliver some pictures for us to be able to see what our land is going to be looking like. I got to examine, of course, wife got to do what she has to do. She got to make sure everything is, as we say in the South, copacetic. And once it's copacetic, then we go from there. And then we'll start to pursuing these 12 to 14 artists that we have on our list and on our website at CABMSP Music Studios with an S.com. You get to choose these artists, which you pick them first, who you want to perform in the show. We got, like I said, we got 8 men and 4 women, because for myself, I'm kind of examining everyone. I want to see how they interact with the crowd, how the crowd interacts with them, how they hold the crowd, how they can maintain a big, huge audience, because some of our venues ranging from 87,000, that's lower level, to 150,000. If at the time when we proposed to the venues that we want these 12 to 14 venues to cover our 12 to 14 people. They all go and perform in one venue, then they move to the next, and to the next, until it's all over. And where it looks, it's only going to be 12 to 14 venues, because each artist, you're going in a pack, sort of. You go as a group, you go to this location, then the next location, and the next, until we finish the 12 to 14 locations. And hopefully today, we'll forget to hope, I like to drop that out. Today, I want to tell you about the venues, because our first venue, we want it to be our own venue, and that's on our own land and on our own ground. And we're pretty much done today. My husband is in Akure. He's making one more paint, not one more. It's like $2,840 in US dollars. So he's making at least $840. We're making that payment today because we're purchasing the land for some owners that own this land. And it's prime real estate near the airport. And once we get that paid for, we'll owe at least one more $1,000 US, that is. We owe $1,000 US, and we can bust it up in two parts. We do $50, well, it's 2,000. We do $1,000 more US dollars, and one more $1,000, and we're done with our land. So then our next focus is getting a group of people together, that need jobs, need work, need something to do, need money, need food, maybe even need shelter. We're going to bring these people to our land so we can clean up the land, make everything look nice and peachy pretty, because, during this time in Africa, it's going to be hot. Not super hot, but nice, pleasant hot. They've gone past the rainy season, and we're getting ready to go into what I call a mild summer, because last year when I was up there, it was beautiful all the time. You could wear a sweater. Some of them wore, long sleeves, but you didn't need any of that until the night, maybe. It was always pleasant. And, that's where I was married at, and I enjoyed it. I loved it, and I will be going back there again. And then my husband and I are going to come here. We're going to fix up everything and get it ready for, we're hoping, take the hope out, don't like the hope. We're planning to take the time for the start, at least the start for July. If we can get it all together and ready with the people to go out in July, the 4th of July would be nice as far as the U.S. goes. We'll start the celebration of the 4th there by introducing the first concert on our land. If everything is smooth, we got we're right into, almost into December now. So we got December, January, February, March, April, May, June. We're hitting right at 7 months. I know that's not a lot of planning time, but that's enough for us to get started, because our plan is to start the $30 billion World Investment Tour, and starting it in Africa, in the number one continent, which is Africa, and the color is green. Then we're going on into the next, number 2 will be Antarctica, the color is white. Then we're going into Asia, the color is yellow. And then we're going into Australia, the color is brown. And then we're going to go into Europe, the UK, Europe and the UK, that color is red. And then we're going to go where I am now. We're going to go into South America. I'm not in South America just yet, but I'm going to South America. Then we'll go into North America, where I'm representing our continent. Today I'm wearing orange. Orange is the color for North America. Then we'll go back into green. We'll do orange, and then tonight I'll do green. Hello, how are you? I'm glad you came out. Let's see who that is. Google. Let me see what that name is. I might have to pick you up this evening. It looks like Google. Google Mills. Maybe Google Mills, but however, there's someone is out. Welcome. I appreciate you coming out. It's a pleasure to have you here. And you get to see the spiel, hear the spiel, and know what we're doing on Instagram and YouTube. Our YouTube handle or channel is Mr. and Mrs. Ollie. That's Mr. period, the symbol and Mrs. period, OLI. That's our YouTube channel. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today we're on Series 8. Series 8, we're doing series until I take the venture into the East Coast. So I'm on Series 8, Part 1. And then this evening, I'll be in Series 8, Part 2. We do a daytime 11 a.m. broadcast, and we go right into an evening broadcast at 9 p.m. Central Time. So anyway, welcome. I figured I'd be a little more organized if I tell you the series prior to the broadcast. And then I can go right into whatever channels I'm going into. And this right now, I want to tell you about the artist. I want to give you the American artist, since I'm featuring today In the daytime, I'm featuring Mr. J, not Mr. J, I'm sorry, Mr. Sean Diddy Combs. I'm featuring him in the 11 o'clock broadcast. He's, as I said, he's worth $825 million. Then we have Dr. Dre at $770 million. Then we got Tony Keith, country music, $360 million. Then we got Bruce Springsteen, he's at $345 million. Then we got George Strait, he's country, at $326 million. These US dollars now. Then we have Justin Timberlake, he's at $230 million. Usher is at $180 million. Ronald Slim Williams is at $170 million. Lil Wayne is $150 million. Pharrell Williams is $150 million. 50 Cent is $150 million. Birdman is $150 million. These are U.S. artists. Bruno Mars is $110 million. M.O.M is $100 million. John Legend is $40 million. Chris Brown, my newfound son, he's gone from $35 million to $50 million. That's my newfound son, Chris Brown. I want to make a change there because I didn't make that correction. He's at $50 million. I did a check on his status since he did his new album, Heartbreak, on a full moon. He's jumped from 35 to 50 million. Mr. Chris Brown, my newfound son. And Don Moen, he's gospel. He's at 30 million. Michael W. Smith gospel is at 14 million. Then we have Kirk Franklin gospel at 8.5 million. Israel Houghton gospel at 8 million. Then we have Jason Crabb gospel at 6 million. Donald McKirkland gospel at 5 million. Those are the U.S. artists. And tonight I'll bring you the artists from abroad. I'll let you know who those are. We have a slight interruption, and I want to step off the set. Take a minute to yourself, and I'll be right back to finish the rest of the broadcast. In the meantime, have some coffee. Take 2 and 2. See, that didn't take long. I'm back to continue the broadcast. Anyway, I tell you all about the American artists, and then I want to tell you where we're going to take them besides our own land. Then tonight, I'll do the artists from abroad, and I'll bring them to the U.S. How about that? We'll bring them to the U.S. so they can have some places to go. So we're going to start with our festivals, because that's one of our focuses, to have our land being the #1 focus for our festival. So we're proposing festival locations is Coachella. That's in Indo, California. Then we have, well, actually these are the choices between the U.S. and the artists male artists that are from abroad, along with the women, of course. Anyway, Tomorrowland, that's in Bonn, Belgium. That's in European continent. Then we got the Exit Music Festival. That's in Novi Sad, Serbia, in the European continent. Then we got Splendor in the Grass in Byron Bay, Australia, in the Australian continent. Then we got Fuji Rock Festival. That's in Nabin Sky Resort in Yuzawa, Niagara, Perfected in Japan, in the Asian continent. Then we got Rock in Rio. It's in 3 locations, in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil. It's in Lisbon, Portugal. It's in Madrid, Spain, and it's also in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got Mawazin Festival. That's in Morocco, Africa, in the African continent. Then we have uh, Kabul. Kabul is in the Del Mar Racetrack in Fairgrounds, California, in the North American continent. Then we have Life is Beautiful Festival. That's in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada, in the North American continent. Then we have Austin City Limits in Zilker Park, Austin, Texas. Then we got Voodoo Music Arts Experience in City Park, New Orleans, Louisiana, in the North American continent. Then we got Snow Globe, South Lake Tahoe in Louisiana, in the North American continent. Then we have Sydney Festival in Sydney, Australia, in the Australian continent. Then we got Ultra Music Festival in downtown Miami and Bayfront Park in Miami, Florida, in the North American continent. Then we got Lollapalooza in Chicago, our neighbor from Minnesota. Chicago Music Festival in Grant Park, Illinois, in the North American continent. Then we have Bonnaroo Music Festival. That's in Great Stage Park in Manchester, Tennessee, in the North American continent. Then we have Mysteryland Music Festival in Florida. No, sorry, in Florida, not in Florida. Festival in Haarlemmermeer in the Netherlands, in the European continent. Then we got Greenfield Music Festival. That's in the Raspberry in the UK, in the European continent. Those are the festival locations that we have that we can utilize for the Americans and for those that are abroad. And now I have plenty of time. You know, time is on my side today because I'm a little more relaxed and got everything a little more orderly. I can go right on in and tell you where the stadiums are. Let me go half on the stadiums, and then I'll tell you the other artists if there's time. Okay, in the stadiums, we have sporting stadiums, you know, like football fields, soccer fields, and so on. Okay, our largest one is Rwanda Mayday Stadium. It's in the Asian continent, and the capacity is 150,000. It's in North Korea. And next, we have the Michigan Stadium. Capacity 113,065. That's in the North American continent on the University of Michigan. Then we have, I want to put them from the largest. So we go, I'll just go in order. Beaver Stadium. It's 110,763. That's in Pennsylvania State University in the North American continent. Then we have Ohio Stadium, 104,944 in Ohio State University in the North American continent. Then we have Kyle Field, 102,733 capacity in the College Station in Texas in the North American continent. Then we have Newland Stadium, 102,455. That's in Knoxville, Tennessee in the North American continent. Then we have Tiger Stadium, 102,321. That's in Louisiana State University in the North American continent. Then we have the Bryant-Denny Stadium, 101,821 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama in the North American continent. Gerald K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium in the North American continent. Capacity 100,119 in the University of Texas. Then we have Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australian continent, Oceania. We have capacity 100,119 at, no, that's the wrong one, sorry. In the Australian Oceania continent, we have Melbourne Cricket Ground, 100,024, and Melbourne, Australia, in the Australian continent. Then we have Camp Nou in OU, 99,354. That's in Barcelona, Spain, in the European continent. Then, of course, we have the AT&T Stadium, capacity 100,000. It's located in Arlington, Texas, in the North American continent. Then we have Africa, the largest stadium in Africa, besides our own eventually. Um, it's called the FNB Stadium, and it's located in Johannesburg, South Africa, in the African continent. And it's called Soccer City. No, that's not the right one. Sorry. Yeah, Soccer City. Capacity is 95,000. Then we have Azadi Stadium in Tehran, Iran, in the Asian continent, and it has capacity of 100,000. Then we have in Antarctica, we got Park des Penguins. Over there, so cold, the penguins got a stadium. Anyway, capacity is 35,000 in the Antarctica, continent of Antarctica. Then we got Estadio Aztec. That's another stadium. It's 105,000 capacity. Then we have Salt Lake Stadium, 120,000 capacity. Then we got Soccer City in South Africa, capacity 94,736. Then we got Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. That's 93,607 in the University of Southern Cal in North American continent. Then we have Sanford Stadium, capacity 92,746 at the University of Georgia in the North American continent. Then we got the Rose Bowl in the North American continent. It's 93,420 in Pasadena, California, the North American continent. Then we got the Cotton Bowl, 92,100 in Texas State Fairgrounds in Dallas, Texas, in the North American continent. In Europe, European continent, we got Wembley Stadium, capacity 105,000. Capacity 105,000. Well, it's 90,000 now. Once they finish with it, it'll be 105,000. Welcome. Some people have come out. Hi. There's 4 nights. Sell, whoever that is. There's Deacon. That's a great thing. There's, I can't say Google. There's Retro. Well, hello, everyone. Hello. How are you? And take notice, I'm featuring Mr. Sean Diddy Combs today in his music. So anyway, we're going to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Is at 88,548 capacity in Gainesville, Florida, North America. Then we got Gelora Bunga Bergano Stadium, 88,306. That's in Jakarta, Indonesia, in the Asian continent. And that's getting pretty close to one of the persons that's always coming out to visit with us. He's from India, so that's as close as we're getting so far is Indonesia. Jordan Hare Stadium is at 87,451. That's in Auburn University in Alabama in the North American continent. And of course, in the South American continent, we have Estadio Monumental University in Brazil, Argentina, and Uruguay. Capacity in Lima is 80,093. Now that's going to take care of our large stadiums, ranging from 80-some thousand, from 80,000 all the way to 150,000. And I'm sure with those stadiums, I poured at least more than 20. I started with 20 and I got more than that. Plus the festival, plus our own land. We got plenty of room to be able to utilize our $30 billion World Investment Tour. And this is how that works. You, the investor, if you're out there and you want to invest, you got options and choices. The choices are, we're offering you from 5 to 10% percentage-wise times our dollar amount, which is $100, to $1 million and plus. We're giving you those choices to pick these different venues that we're proposing. We, the business, CABMSP Music Studio, is going to propose to these venues the cost. We're going to incur the cost, lease the location, and some of them are really, really expensive. So investors, if you got big bucks and you want to make big bucks, then you put big bucks. But if you invest 5% times $100, investors, you get $105 at the end of our $30 billion world investment tour. But we started small so everybody can get a piece of the action. And also, we want to bring to your attention those that want us to brand, because we're branding our own label, which is T-SOM. T-SOM is our brand, and our record label is the International Sound of Music. It's called T-SOM Records LLC. We're branding our label, and we're pushing our own brand, which is T-SOM, T-I-S-O-M. We hashtagging T-SOM everything. So if you're on Instagram and you see a hashtag T-SOM, we T-SOM and flowers, we T-SOM and jewelry. I have a little piece of my jewelry, but this is most of my jewelry. We're making our own jewelry. I make my own. This is some of the Christmas colors. This is the red color, for the earrings, and we have the necklace to go along with the earrings. We have this is the necklace. I don't want to pull everything out, but this is a necklace for Christmas. And then we do a bracelet, that can match the necklace and the earrings. That's for the Christmas colors. And we're doing red and gold for our Christmas colors. Excuse me for a second. I have a slight problem with my eye right now. But anyway, for the gold, we're doing red and gold. So this will be our gold creation. And we have earrings too. We're just branding everything. See, these are our earrings to go with that. We're branding everything. And I brought shoes out, so we're branding shoes. We got that Christmas look, that Christmas feel. Hey, we're doing a little bit of our Christmas tree. We just brought a little bit of flavor to give us a little bit of Christmas, decor. And we're just branding everything T-SOM. T-SOM, T-SOM, T-SOM. We're even featuring Mrs. Machalina. She's your latest broadcast feature for our T-SOM brand. And she tells you T-SOM, T-SOM, T-SOM. She went out to get branded, and you should get branded as well. So meet on our broadcast periodically. You're going to see Mrs. Machalina. She's the latest broadcast for the T-SOM brand. And she'll be telling you each and every time she comes out, she'll tell you about T-SOM, T-SOM, T-SOM. And she'll let you know to go get branded. Go get branded with the T-SOM brand. And we'll stamp it TSM shortcut. You do your merchandise. Let us stamp our stamp on it. You put your label in it so everybody know that you did it. It could be Chanel. It could be anyone. It could be Victoria's Secret. It could be Yves Saint Laurent. It could be any fashion designer that's designing anything. If you design it, let us promote it with our 7-continent tour and T-SOM International Music Centers, which would also have our bank inside. Actually, our bank symbol, TSM, will be on the outside of the building. And if you're paying attention and following me around, you'll see my head on the top of a building, and that's the design that we're approaching for our T-SOM International Music Centers that we are making plans to set in the 7 continents. That's what we're doing with our T-SOM International Music Centers, which will house our bank. That will be the building, which will be the T-SOM international wire and transfer investment bank to secure our money. And we'll have the 3 studios there. Studio C, we'll sit the corporate office there. We'll sit Studio A, which is the music literacy program. We're going to sit the school or the lessons for you to learn how to read music. It's going to be sitting there in the MLP. That's the music literacy program in Studio A. And in Studio B, we do the BBB. Because in the BBB, we're building the best bands by the best musicians that are creating music. And we're producing and promoting them in that same building. So we got C, A, and B, and a bank in those buildings with my head on it. Once our architects become a part of the program and designers become a part of the program, those are our goal, is to have that building with my head on the top of it, and all your makeup artists, hair designers that I'm T-somming. I'm going to need all that to make sure that's a improved picture, of course, on the top of the building. That's my image of it. Hi, Miss Legend, welcome. We're going to have that on the top of the building. And I'll probably have one of those designers show enough hats on the top of the building. On my head, of course, on the top of the building. Because that has to be a sharp picture. It's just the beginning picture of where we started in that building with the CAB in the Minneapolis-St. Paul location. That's what the MSP stands for. We started all this in 2012 when it was Create a Band MSP. That was Create, C-A-B, Create a Band in Minneapolis and St. Paul. That's where we started in 2012. And we have increased our interest, and now we're called, if Facebook can catch up, we're called CAB. They're still creating a band now in the music studios of St. Paul and Minneapolis and St. Paul. That's where our home base is. Right here where I'm located, and the area is at 100 5th Street in Suite 1900, downtown Minneapolis, and the zip code, if you need it, is 55402. We're downtown in what looks like the Twin Towers in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So if you want to contact me, I'm the owner, producer, Mrs. Zolly, in the U.S., in the North American part of these continents. I'm in the Minneapolis, Minnesota location. You can go to the website at CAB MSP Music Studios. Oh, I'm running over. Studios with an S.com and make an appointment. Just use the email process. Send me an email. I'm available on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 and 12 for interviews and appointments. But if you'd like to talk to me, you also go on the website and you'll see numbers there. And you see available times. I'll talk to you between 1 and 5 after the broadcast. So I've ran over a little bit, but you guys have a lovely day. And I'll see you tonight on M.O.M, Men on Monday, Millionaire Music Artists. Now you do have a joyous day. And until then, sayonara. I'm leaving. Bye for now.